Shannon, what's your reaction to what Rodgers had to say?
This is what rubs me the wrong way. Everything that he said to those reporters publicly, he could have called a group together. Guys, we got to be better. In order for us to be the type of football team that we want to be, we're going to have to make the plays that we left out on the field today. We got to be better in our routes. We got to be better in our decision-making. We got to speed up the process. And when we get an opportunity to make plays, we've got to make the plays. That's all he had to do. Everything. I'm not saying what he said is wrong. I'm saying his delivery and how he delivered the message to them is wrong. Why couldn't he say that behind closed doors?
Great question.
Skip, and I hate going back to this, but I think the thing that really helped me the most is that when I made mistakes early, John never said anything to me on the field. He would always pull me aside on Monday. Or he would always, when we got in the film study on Wednesday, he would always say, now, I need you to be better in this situation. You were short on this. I need you to make that play. It wasn't just me. It was Ed. It was Rod. It was anybody. Skip, you don't have to say that. They know they made the wrong, they dropped the ball. They know they're short on their routes or they ran the wrong route. It's tough being a young receiver coming in with an all-time great quarterback because the last thing you want to do is let him down. And you know John didn't have to say anything, but there's a look that he could give you. And it was almost like a father chastising a child. And you didn't want to let him down. That's what leaders, Skip, being a leader is not an easy thing because you're asking men to put their utmost faith in you and I won't lead you astray. But you have to understand that you can't do everybody the same way. He could have easily called those guys in a meeting. Guys, we got to be better. That right there, that effort today will get us 6-11. That effort today will get us 7-10. That's not good enough for the standard in which we play by here at Green Bay.
I got it.
That's all he had to do. Skip, why would he, why, I mean, so the young receiver was like, damn, he called me out like that. He put me on blast like that. He didn't have to do that. He didn't. I get it. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's a four-time, the MVPs and the Super Bowl MVPs and arguably one of the 2 or 3 greatest quarterbacks to ever play. But Skip, his leadership and the way he goes about things, man, it would have been hard. It would have been hard for a lot of guys to play with him when he demonstrates that type of behavior.
So, Shannon Sharpe, I appreciate everything you just said. I remind you, we're coming upon our sixth
season
anniversary on September the 6th. And I believe day one on this show, sitting in this very chair, I blasted Aaron Bleepin' Rodgers for being Aaron Bleepin' Rodgers, the biggest blame-deflecting finger pointer of any quarterback in NFL history. It's what doesn't make him great. He has proven to be, I think, the greatest regular season quarterback ever. He has not proven to be much of anything in the postseason. He had the one road wild card run to one Super Bowl long ago in a galaxy far away. It's now 11 seasons ago that they got to the Super Bowl and they won. And since then, he's 7-9 in the playoffs. And I'll get to more of that in just a moment. But the point remains, I told you from day one, he's a lousy leader because he can take no responsibility for any of the above.
Right.
It's always somebody else's fault, and it's always publicly somebody else's fault. And he is the master of on-field finger pointing, in which he throws various receivers under bus just with his mere body language.
Right.
Like,
flatten it out.
Yeah. The great Greg Jennings works here at this network, has been in this seat right here talking about the same thing, that he would even do it occasionally to Greg Jennings. And it would steam Greg Jennings, who was a Pro Bowl receiver.
Right.
If Shannon Sharpe yesterday had been on that football field as a 7th-round pick, poor Romeo Doubs is a 4th-round rookie out of Nevada.
He's still learning.
He's just learning, and he's been the highlight of camp. He's been the talk of Packer camp. Shannon Sharpe, once upon a time as a rookie, was the talk of Broncos camp. If this had happened in a scrimmage where John had thrown you a deep ball and for whatever reason you just butterfingered it, There's no way he's going to throw
No.
Shannon Sharpe
No,
under
never.
the bus
Never.
after to
Nope.
the reporters
Nope.
afterwards.
Nope.
Tell me this isn't the all-time vintage classic Aaron Rodgers under bus line. So he goes on his rant against all the receivers, and then he's asked about whether he's talking about one play in question that we keep showing.
Right.
That's Romeo Doubs
Right.
dropping the ball. Are you talking about that one play as part of the criticism? And Aaron's response was, no, not necessarily, but that was my best throw of the day.
Again, it's
my
about him.
best throw of the day? Well, okay. So he's saying he effed up my throw. All he had to do was catch. It was my best throw of the day. And that raw rookie from Nevada dared to drop my throw? I'm Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Well, okay. So we've been through an offseason in which we've seen Aaron going through something of a midlife crisis, and we've heard him talking about experimenting with peyote or something. I don't know what it was down in South America. And then he's got the new tattoo that goes from the wrist down to the elbow. And reportedly, he's got the new girlfriend, as you said, with the blue hair, and we can go on and on about that. But there's a lot going on off the field, but this is the same old Aaron right back on the field, right? Here we go again, right?
Yeah, that would, because like I said, Skip, I just believe that in certain situations, some things can just be handled behind closed doors, and it's best if they're handled behind closed doors. And I'm not saying that anything that Aaron Rodgers said, they could have had a terrible day at practice. They could have had a situation where they ran the wrong routes, they dropped a lot of passes, they made a lot of mistakes. But even, John would always say, even when we were doing that, he would say, come on, guys, we got to get our head out of our you-know-what. That's not like us. Mike was like, you know what, God dang it. He wouldn't say, God dang it. Start it over. Sometimes he's starting the whole practice. We go back to stretch all the way. Skip, we 30 minutes into practice.
I love that.
This man go all the way back to stretch. Like, wow, wait a minute.
That's great.
We messed up with Mike. I get it, Mike. You're upset. We messed up.
Had you won a Super Bowl by then?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Skip, let me tell you, we were getting ready to play Buffalo in Buffalo, and the storm was starting to come in.
Yep.
And it ended up
November?
It might have been October, Skip.
Okay.
1997. And a storm had started to come in, Skip. So it started snowing when we were getting to work. And it started to come down more and more. Skip, we done practiced, we done stretched, we done did a lot of stuff, we done special teams. We're about 30, 35, maybe even 40 minutes into practice. I drop a pass. Somebody make a mistake.
This is back in Denver?
And back in Denver.
Okay.
It's snowing that, Skip,
Oh, it's snowing in Denver.
It's snowing in Denver, Skip. I drop a pass.
Yep.
Rod drop one. Someone make a mistake. Might blow the whistle, so I think he gonna break us up and say, we got to get our you-know-what's out our you-know-what's. Mike say, start it from the top.
Whoa.
Back to stretching. Back to everything. Skip, it's cold. It's snowing. Now, we end up getting about 70 inches of snow over a day and a half. That's how it was. Media didn't know anything about that.
No.
Hey, I'm looking at everybody. My bad, Brian. I started it. Because it's like contagious. I drop a pass, then somebody else drop a pass, then somebody else make a mistake. We're not having that. But Mike ain't tell, I started practice over today. John ain't going to the media, hey, these guys got to do better than this. Come on, man. Just go to them as men. Hey, guys, we got to do better. And John would do that. He pull us up, hey, guys, we got to be better. We got to do better. I understand they're physical. They're not called, even in the game, Skip, I understand. They're clutching, they're grabbing, play through the contact. We play in the Raiders. We play in Oakland. They were Oakland at the time. They're not going to call it.
Yep.
Okay. At that point in time, I ain't trying to catch no passes. I'm just trying to fight. I'm just trying to run over people. Hey, I done threw caution to the wind. Hey, don't throw me no passes. I'm just out here just running over people. I'm playing football, and I ain't got no ball. I just don't like the way Aaron Rodgers does business. It rubs me the wrong way. I will never say anything about his play on the field because he's historically great. But, boy, as a leader, as a person, I'm out.
Okay. Final classic line from Aaron yesterday, end of rant. We need guys we can trust when it counts. Okay. When it ultimately counts.
They can't trust you.
In Tinseltown, like in Titletown, I'm sorry, not Tinseltown, Titletown, it's you. You are a back-to-back MVP who had back-to-back #1 seeds, week off home field advantage, and you lost back-to-back home playoff games in which you stunk late in both games.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Could we remind everybody just how he stunk it up? If we can go back 2 years ago.
Oh, I thought you'd go back just to the 49ers because that was stinking up.
I'm going to get there, but just 2 years ago, you're the #1 seed with your first ever home NFC Championship game. You got it first and goal at the 8, late, and here we go. What do, Aaron? We need guys we can trust when it counts. Yeah, Miss Lazard high and wild, and then you could have run with that one, and you missed Devontae high and wild. And then Shannon Sharpe says, you definitely could have gone here. Just go, go. But you force it back across the defense's teeth to a double-covered Devontae at the goal line who's got no chance of catching the football.
Skip.
And your young head coach says, I take the field goal. Wait.
Yeah,
what,
but you
that
need a
doesn't really
touchdown.
do any good. You need a touchdown.
You say you need guys that you can trust. There's a guy that's in Las Vegas, and the very reason that he's in Las Vegas is that he didn't feel that he could trust you to fulfill your obligation on this contract.
That is the
Since you talking about trust, since you talk about trust, you need guys you can trust. Your guy didn't trust you. That's why he took his butt, took less money to go to Vegas
and play with a quarterback who's not as good as Aaron Rodgers, but he's pretty good. A quarterback you can trust because you played in college with him.
Skip, how am I going to trust a man that won't take a drug that's going to help prevent death in America, but he go to lay on some beach in South America and take something he don't know what the hell is in it? But he going to talk about he concerned about his body. Man, miss me with that. He been full of bull jive since I known him. And I don't know him personally, but I know he full of bull jive.
Okay, and then we wrap this up with the divisional round last year at home against Jimmy G. And you're actually leading this game, and you got the ball twice late. And what happens?
Nothing.
You throw.
That's what happens.
5
Nothing.
passes, and you miss Devontae, and then you scramble, and you throw it out of bounds, and then you look for Devontae, and that's one catch for 5 total yards in 2 series that you have the football, and then this is the end of the debacle. No,
almost
that was
pick.
Completely covered. That could have been a pick 6.
But look at Lazard in the middle of the field, wide open. He throws the double covered. He got Lazard. I can't trust you. Got a guy wide open.
And the snow is falling, and so are the Packers. That's the guy you can't trust when it really counts. That's the guy whose lack of leadership undercuts the core, the foundation of this football team, because you guys loved and played for and died for John Elway.
Yes.
Right?
Skip, even when he made a mistake, John would throw the ball low. My bad. I got to do a better job. I got to get back quicker. I got to get out of that break quicker. I got to get my head around quicker. My bad. I went too deep. He overthrow. Hey, bro, my bad. I should have took that a little deep. Hey, I got you. I'm always going to accept responsibility when he makes a mistake. Mike, what happened? I was slow getting out of my break. That's why I can't. That wasn't the case. But, hey, because I know he going to have my back. So I got his back. Any receiver, hey, Skip, the young receivers, I took. Hey, I was the guy ran the wrong route. What the hell? I told him, I'm going to take it. I can take the criticism. I don't want you to break this young man's confidence. That's my job as a leader. He's like, hey, appreciate that 84. Bro, I got you.
Okay, so biggest picture. I believe that Aaron Rodgers, master media manipulator, is planting the early seeds to allow him to say through the year, well, I don't have Devontae. What do you expect from me? Don't look at me. Don't blame me. But these kids I got.
Well, if you'd stop retiring every other year, you'd have had Devontae. Devontae said, I ain't finna pin my career on you. You retiring tomorrow. You back. You retire next week. Nah, I'm good.
Bingo.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.